A stunning new claim has pulled Melania Trump directly into the growing Epstein files controversy, and it's coming from inside Republican circles. The Jeffrey Epstein files controversy just exploded again after Republican Congressman Thomas Massie made jaws drop during a televised interview after claiming that even the U.S. First Lady believes Epstein didn't act alone. The shocking remark immediately ignited political chaos online and fueled a fresh wave of conspiracy theories surrounding the long-running Epstein scandal. Massie made the comments while appearing on Meet the Press, where he accused officials of withholding key Epstein-related documents from the public. According to the congressman, millions of pages connected to the case still remain hidden or heavily redacted. Massie blasted top officials, claiming the public still hasn't seen crucial evidence connected to Epstein's network and alleged associates. But it was his sudden mention of Melania Trump that completely changed the tone of the interview. While criticizing the government's handling of the files, Massie declared, even Melania doesn't believe that. The First Lady knows that Jeffrey Epstein didn't act alone. The comment stunned viewers because Melania herself has rarely spoken publicly about Epstein, except her recent unexpected announcement from White House. She almost never gets directly pulled into the political warfare surrounding the files. The congressman also vowed to continue exposing names tied to Epstein's orbit, even after recently losing his House primary. Massie insisted the Epstein Files Transparency Act will continue forcing future administrations to release documents tied to the disgraced financier's network. Massie specifically accused officials of over-redicating evidence and claimed several powerful individuals were still being protected. The congressman has emerged as one of the loudest Republican voices demanding full disclosure, even as tensions between him and Trump world continue escalating. He previously joined lawmakers in publicly naming several powerful businessmen allegedly connected to Epstein's wider social orbit after portions of documents were unsealed. The latest controversy comes after Melania Trump herself recently called for more transparency regarding Epstein-related matters during a rare public address. She pushed for congressional hearings focused on victims and survivors, while also making clear she had no personal connection to Epstein.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings. Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false. I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein's abuse of his victims. I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant, was never on Epstein's plane, and never visited his private island. I have never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior. The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically, must stop. My attorneys and I have fought these unfounded and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins, UK. Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth. Thank you.